Small town, quiet, secrets. This isn't just a story, it's a warning. Some stories stay buried, some secrets refuse to die. This is one of them. "13 steps, leading to nowhere. An architectural enigma, a macabre joke, or a doorway to something sinister." A routine excavation, a town's history about to be rewritten. One by one they appeared, 13 steps ascending to emptiness. They weren't just steps. They were a crime scene, a crimson stain, a silent scream, blood, on the 5th step. A single, chilling clue. What secrets did it hold? Life or death? The stairs whispered. The investigation began. Hidden in plain sight. A silent witness. A silver locket. Broken. Her face. A ghost from the past. A missing person. A victim. The stairs held their breath. The locket held their secrets. The investigators held their hope. For answers. Not random, intentional, a message, or a warning, cryptic symbols, etched in stone, whispers in the dark, waiting to be heard. What did it mean? Who made them? The stairs held their secrets close. The investigators were determined to break them open. A match, a symbol of chaos, a symbol of fear, a symbol of death. The air thickened. The room grew cold. The symbol spoke of darkness to come. This was no accident. This was no prank. This was something far more sinister. The stairs had spoken, and the investigation was just beginning. Her name, Anna, gone, vanished, a vibrant life, reduced to a faded photograph, summer 1988, the last anyone saw her. Whispers turned to panic, panic turned to despair. The town held its breath, and waited. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, months into years. Anna was gone. Her mother, haunted by the past, haunted by silence, haunted by the stairs, memories, faded like the photographs. A life cut short, a mystery unsolved, a chilling connection. The stairs, the missing girl. The past refused to stay buried, the truth, buried for years, waiting to be unearthed, one step at a time. A secret, hidden in plain sight, a letter, never sent, Anna's words, a cry for help, a confession, or a clue. The stairs, he, a name whispered in the dark. The pieces began to fit, the truth, hidden in plain sight. The letter held the key, but who held the lock? Connections, tangled and broken, friends, enemies. In the dimly lit room, the corkboard stood as a silent witness to the chaos. Each photograph, each string, told a story of relationships that had once been strong but were now frayed and twisted. The room was filled with an air of mystery, a sense of foreboding that something was terribly wrong. The red strings connecting the photos were like veins, pulsing with secrets and lies. They represented the intricate web of connections that had been built over time, only to be shattered by betrayal and deceit. The corkboard was a map of human emotions, a testament to the complexity of relationships and the fragility of trust. It was a visual representation of the tangled web that had ensnared everyone involved, leaving them trapped in a maze of their own making. A familiar face. A name whispered in the letter. The letter was old, its edges frayed and yellowed with age. It had been hidden away for years, forgotten in the chaos of life, but now it had resurfaced, bringing with it memories of a time long past. The name on the letter was barely visible, but it was enough to send a shiver down the reader's spine. It was a name that had once meant something, a name that had been whispered in moments of intimacy and trust. But now, it was a name that brought only pain and regret. The letter was a reminder of a past that could never be forgotten. A past that had left scars that would never fully heal. It was a piece of the puzzle, a clue in the tangled web of connections that had brought everyone to this point. A shadow lurking on the edge of the frame. He knew something. The figure was barely visible, a dark silhouette against the dimly lit alley. He moved with a sense of purpose, his eyes scanning the surroundings for any sign of danger. He was a man with a mission, a man who knew more than he was letting on. He had been watching, waiting for the right moment to make his move. He was a part of the Tangled Web, a key player in the unfolding drama. His presence was a constant reminder that there were secrets yet to be uncovered, truths yet to be revealed. He was a shadow, a ghost in the night, always lurking on the edge of the frame, always watching, always waiting. Lies, deception. Everyone had something to hide. The room was filled with whispers, hushed conversations that spoke of secrets and lies. Everyone had something to hide, something they didn't want the others to know. The air was thick with tension, the weight of unspoken truths pressing down on everyone. Faces that had once been friendly now seemed suspicious. Eyes that had once been warm now held a hint of deceit. It was a game of cat and mouse, a dance of deception where no one could be trusted. Everyone was playing their part, hiding their true intentions behind a mask of lies. It was a dangerous game, one that could only end in heartbreak and betrayal. But for now, the game continued, the web of lies growing ever more tangled with each passing moment. But who was protecting whom? The truth. The truth was a slippery thing, always just out of reach. It was hidden behind layers of lies and deception buried deep within the tangled web of connections. Everyone had their own version of the truth, their own story to tell. But who was protecting whom? Who was telling the truth and who was lying? It was impossible to know for sure. The lines between friend and foe had become blurred. The distinctions between right and wrong had become muddled. The truth was a precious commodity, one that everyone was desperate to uncover. But in a world where everyone had something to hide, the truth was a rare and elusive thing. It was the key to unraveling the tangled web, the only way to bring light to the darkness. Hidden in plain sight, the web was unraveling. The red strings on the corkboard were starting to come undone, the connections between the photos beginning to fray. It was a sign that the truth was finally coming to light, that the tangled web was starting to unravel. The secrets that had been hidden for so long were now being exposed. The lies that had held everything together were starting to fall apart. It was a moment of reckoning, a time when the truth could no longer be denied. The web was unraveling, and with it the lives of everyone involved. It was a painful process, but a necessary one. The truth had to be uncovered, no matter the cost. The web had to be unraveled, no matter the consequences. And he was at its center. He stood at the center of the corkboard, his eyes intense and focused. He was the one who had woven the web, the one who had connected the photos and the strings. He was the mastermind behind it all, the one who had orchestrated the entire drama. But now, as the web began to unravel, he found himself at the center of the chaos. He was the key to everything, the one who held all the answers. His eyes were filled with determination, a resolve to see the truth come to light. He knew that the road ahead would be difficult, that there would be obstacles and challenges to overcome, but he was ready. He was prepared to face whatever came his way. He was at the center of the tangled web, and he was ready to unravel it piece by piece. "13 steps, 13 clues, a macabre countdown to the truth, every grain of dirt, every fallen leaf, examined, analyzed, each step, a piece of the puzzle, a story waiting to be told, a life waiting to be avenged." The stairs whispered, the investigators listened, step by step, clue by clue. Science, precision, unveiling the past, one atom at a time, dead ends, false leads, the truth, always just out of reach. An anomaly, a clue, the Earth held its secrets, but not for long, the smallest details, the biggest breakthroughs. The science spoke, and the truth began to emerge. Section 3, Time Skeleton, a discovery, chilling, undeniable, a body, bones, whispering tales of violence, tales of terror, tales of a life stolen, murder, no longer a theory, a grim reality. The stairs had borne witness. He would find the killer. He would give them a voice. He would make them pay for their sins. Section 4, a memory of metal, the locket, a symbol of love. It was a gift, given on a day filled with joy and laughter. The locket, with its intricate design and delicate chain, held a small photograph inside. A photograph of Anna and her beloved, taken on a sunny afternoon in the park. They had promised each other forever, and the locket was a tangible reminder of that promise. It was meant to be a keepsake, a cherished item that would be passed down through generations. But fate had other plans. Now a symbol of loss, a cruel twist of fate. The locket, once a beacon of love, now lay broken and tarnished. Its chain snapped, its surface marred by time and neglect. It was found on a rainy night, lying in the mud, as if discarded by the very hands that once cherished it. The rain had washed away the dirt, revealing the locket's once beautiful design, now a haunting reminder of what was lost. The photograph inside was faded, the faces barely recognizable. It was as if the locket itself was mourning the loss of its purpose. A match. The fragment. From the locket. The detective held the small piece of metal in his hand, examining it closely. It was a perfect match to the locket found at the scene. The fragment had been found near the remains, a silent witness to the tragedy that had unfolded. The detective knew that this piece of evidence was crucial. It was the key to unlocking the mystery of Anna's disappearance. The locket, once a symbol of love, was now a symbol of the detective's determination to find the truth. Found near the remains. No coincidence. Anna's locket. The forensic investigator carefully examined the evidence, noting the locket fragment's proximity to the remains. It was clear that this was no coincidence. The locket had been with Anna in her final moments. The investigator could almost feel the weight of the locket, the memories it held, and the pain it represented. It was a heartbreaking discovery, but it was also a crucial piece of the puzzle. The locket was more than just a piece of jewelry. It was a link to Anna's past and a clue to her fate, near the body. The connection was undeniable. The locket lay near the body, its presence a stark reminder of the connection between Anna and the tragedy that had befallen her. The evidence marker next to the body outline highlighted the importance of the locket in the investigation. It was undeniable that the locket was a key piece of evidence. The detective and the forensic investigator both knew that this small piece of metal held the answers they were seeking. It was a silent witness to the events that had led to Anna's untimely demise. His touch, his secret, his guilt. The man held the locket in his hand, his grip tight and his expression one of deep remorse. He had kept the locket hidden, a secret that weighed heavily on his conscience. The locket was a symbol of his guilt, a constant reminder of the role he had played in Anna's fate. He had loved her, but his actions had led to her downfall. The locket, once a token of their love, was now a symbol of his regret. He knew that he could never escape the truth, and the locket would always be a reminder of his guilt. The stairs had kept their promise. The old wooden staircase creaked under the weight of the memories it held. It had been a silent witness to the events that had unfolded in the abandoned house. The eerie lighting cast long shadows, adding to the sense of foreboding. The stairs had kept their promise, holding on to the secrets of the past. They had seen the love, the loss, and the guilt. They had witnessed the tragedy that had befallen Anna, and they would continue to hold on to those memories, a silent testament to the events that had transpired. The locket, the stairs, and the memories of metal would forever be intertwined, a haunting reminder of a love that was lost but never forgotten. Section 5. The Expert's Eye. The mind of a killer, complex, twisted. It is a labyrinth of thoughts and emotions, a dark maze where every turn reveals a new horror. The killer's mind is not just a place of chaos, but a carefully constructed puzzle, each piece meticulously placed to create a picture of terror. The expert's eye sees beyond the surface, delving deep into the shadows to uncover the truth hidden within. It is a journey into the darkest corners of the human psyche where the line between sanity and madness blurs. Dr. Carter sought to understand it. Not random, a pattern, a ritual, a signature. Each crime scene was a canvas, painted with the blood of the innocent. The killer's hand was steady, his mind sharp. He left clues, breadcrumbs leading to his twisted mind. Dr. Carter, with her keen intellect and unyielding determination, followed these clues, piecing together the fragments of a shattered reality. She saw the connections where others saw chaos, the method in the madness. Her expertise was her weapon, her mind a fortress against the darkness that threatened to consume her. The locations, the symbols, the victim, all connected. He wanted her silenced. He wanted her erased. But Dr. Carter was not easily silenced. She saw the story the killer was trying to tell, the narrative woven through the blood and pain. The abandoned buildings were not just places of death, but stages for his macabre performance. The symbols on the walls were his signature, a mark of his presence, a declaration of his power. The victim was not just a casualty, but a message, a warning to those who dared to understand him. Dr. Carter read these messages, deciphered the symbols, and saw the connections that others missed. She was the expert, the one who could see through the darkness and find the truth. But he underestimated the power of memory, and the enduring voice of these stairs. The stairs, old and creaky, held the echoes of the past, whispers of the horrors that had unfolded upon them. They were witnesses to the unspeakable, silent yet powerful. Dr. Carter listened to these whispers, felt the weight of the memories they carried. She knew that the past could not be erased, that the truth would always find a way to surface. The killer's attempt to silence her only made her resolve stronger. She would not be deterred, would not be silenced. The stairs, with their haunting presence, were a reminder of the enduring power of memory, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Dr. Carter, with her expert eye, would continue to seek the truth, to uncover the darkness that lay hidden in the shadows. She was the voice for the silenced, the light in the darkness, the expert who would not rest until justice was served. Mark, friend, confidant, murderer, the arrest, swift, inevitable, the evidence was overwhelming. The locket, the symbol, the DNA, all pointed to him, his alibi, shattered, his lies, exposed. The past always finds a way. His past, darker than anyone imagined, a pattern, control, obsession, violence, the note, a window into his soul, a glimpse into his darkness, a confession, the truth, unbearable. Yet, undeniable. He had been there all along. Justice. For Anna. For all those silenced. The trial began. The stairs, the locket, the letter, they all spoke. Denials, excuses. The defense crumbled under the weight of the truth. The jury listened. This time, justice would be served. This time, a monster would be held accountable. Whispers, rumors, secrets kept for too long, the truth, the manipulation, the threats, the fear he instilled, exposed, the lies, the deception, the carefully constructed facade, broken, the walls were closing in, the truth was inescapable, the jury saw through him, he was trapped. The moment of truth, guilty or not guilty, a life hung in the balance, the verdict, guilty, the word echoed through the courtroom. Justice at last. Her daughter's memory honored, her daughter's voice finally heard. The stairs, they had spoken. Justice had been served. "13 steps, to nowhere, or somewhere. We all go. The stairs remain, a silent monument, to a life lost, and the pursuit of justice. Life goes on, around the stairs, above the grave, the town remembers, they stand. As a reminder, that some secrets refuse to stay buried." Anna, never forgotten, her story, a stark reminder that evil hides in plain sight, that silence is a form of complicity. Listen, remember, speak out for those who cannot.